SSL. Okay, we're good. Oop.
SSL. Focusrite, Scarlet, 2i2, fucking first generation.
Sick, dude.
That I stole from Axe
One sec.
Music and they can't prosecute me because they're not a company anymore.
Wait, who's not?
No, I was saying I took this fucking my Focusrite interface.
Yeah.
I took it from Axe Music in like 2012 to like demo it or whatever the fuck. It was like for a demo.
Yeah.
And then I got a job like just like doing like social media for them. So I was like doing like voiceovers or whatever for like social media shit. And then I just like never returned it. And then they just forgot about it. And then one day I just fucking went into the inventory and I just went -1 when we had like 9 of them. And I just changed it to 8. And I was like, oh, it's gone forever.
You just fully stole it.
I just fucking fully stole it. And then Axe Music became Long McQuaid like 3 years later, 2 years later. So fuck it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So
Jack Long, he's gonna come after you.
oh yeah, no. I was talking to Ryan about him actually the other day.
Yeah.
Ryan was back in town. He's his grandson or whatever. And
How's Jack doing? Is he still alive?
he's still alive. They pay fucking $200,000 a year for the fucking retirement home that he lives in. It's like some
Holy
crazy,
shit.
yeah, like some crazy fucking thing. But whatever, he's still alive. He still like checks into the company apparently or whatever the fuck. And yeah, I don't know.
Sick. Isn't he like 96 or something?
Yeah, he's like
that?
90 something. Yeah, he's in his like 90s. Yeah.
Sick. I mean, good for him.
Yeah, old guy. He's like a fucking Fabergé egg, bro. It's like if you like, fancy to touch.
I still remember the first time I ever met him. Like, it was the attic sale, and like I was standing there, and Marco came up to me and he goes, "Yo, bro, I just bought all this shit for you. If you want to give me the cash, because you're not allowed to buy it." So I went up there and like I did all this stuff, and this guy came over to me. He's like, I'm like, "Hey, who's this?" And he goes, like Jack Long. And I was like, "Oh God."
That's so funny.
Definitely just heard like my friends say we're like breaking company code right now.
Yeah. Whatever. Fuck it. Oh man. So yo, what up? How you been? What have you been up to, man?
Not good, but you know, yeah, all that shit. I started therapy this morning, so
oh great.
Doing that shit. That's pretty cool.
Tell me about your dad.
Man.
How was your tell me last time I talked to you was when you were about to leave for BC to see your dad. So what happened there?
Yeah, that was weird. So I got back there and he had all this anxiety and like suicidal stuff and whatnot. And then he started seeing therapy and he's like pretty much good now.
Oh, great. Good for him.
Yeah, he basically figured it out. Like he had a lot of issues with his mom apparently, and so he had to like write a letter to his mom. I was like, "So how'd you take it?" And he goes, "Yeah, I did not fucking give that to her."
No, but they say you're supposed to write a letter and not mail it.
Yeah, exactly. So apparently he did that, and that helped him through that. And he just said he's got a bunch of issues with his parents and stuff. And like he said a bunch of weird shit when I was at home with him that time. He's like sitting there, goes, "Do you resent me?" I'm like, "I don't resent you. You fucking flew me home. I'm chilling. I'm having a good time."
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about? And he's like, "Well, I'm fucked up because of my parents, and I've been fucked up for 40 years. So if you have any problems with me now, let's deal with this. Let's get this over with." I was like, "I literally don't have any problems with you. Like, I think your marriage is a little weird because I've never seen you guys like hold hands or anything, but like that's kind of like the extent of it." Like, and he's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I came back home like this time and he was like totally level-headed, back to normal and all cool and everything. And then what was the thing? Oh yeah, he came up to me and goes, "So going back to Toronto tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, keep doing good. Proud of you."
baby boomer dads are incapable of expressing emotion, bro.
Dude, it was awesome. And he goes like, "What's you did pretty good out there, right? You're successful. Keep doing that." It was so awkward and everything. Like he literally had to go like this, like kind of like, "You're cool." Like,
yeah, it's
had to like double
sure he's
check,
not like gay for loving his son.
It was pretty funny. But yeah, so that's all good.
That's good.
Anyways, I'm figuring my shit out. I might go to fucking LA like next week. I don't know.
Great, man. With Universal or for who?
No, just cause.
Oh, for vacation or just to do it?
dude, I've never taken a vacation.
Yeah. I've known you
I've never
since you were
taken a
19.
vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I'm going through this shit right now, and my tour just got canceled yesterday too.
For the
So
Reklaws.
yeah. So all that stuff, like all together, kind of compiling, I'm kind of like, holy fuck. And I was like, okay, well, I can sit here and like just wallow in it and be like depressed and like think about my friend being my ex-girlfriend and just like all that shit and like just be miserable. But like work through it. That's the other thing I'm trying to do, is try and actually run through the emotions and stuff. Like instead of being like, push it down, get rid of this. Just be sad when I'm sad and like think about it, but try not to think about it too much, but like, process the information instead of just ignoring it. And then I was just kind of like, well, I'm not happy right now. Shouldn't I just go do something that'll make me happy? What'll make me happy? It's like running around in Hollywood with nothing to do kind of thing, like driving through the desert and going to see like Joshua Tree and just like, I don't know, going to a bar where people are allowed to drink and like going to the States where things are just kind of open and just, I don't know, just kind of seeing life again after COVID. So
Yeah, man. Good for you, dude.
I
That's
think that's
awesome.
the move.
Yeah.
Kind of take a bit of these savings I put up, but like, fuck it. Like, what are savings for if like you're in a bad time? Like, shouldn't you be able to spend your savings on your trip or something like that?
Yeah, exactly, bro. And you're 25, 26, right? Like, fuck,
26.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, fuck. This is exactly the time to do that. I was your age when I moved to Toronto and started my
Wow.
Toronto life, So, like, think about that, bro. Look at what everything I've done since I moved to Toronto. Like, life is still, like, it's still so much time ahead of you,
I
bro. Like,
know. And I know that all these things that are bugging me are going to be completely gone. And
yeah.
like, the other thing is like, the
Your
things
homie banging your ex-girlfriend is gonna be really funny really soon, I think. I
I
think
actually
it'll
kind of think
come.
it's pretty funny right
It's
now, but like,
especially because of who it is, too. It's
I
like, you
know.
fucker. I got beef, double beef, because he fired me from supermarket too.
Oh, fuck
And then
him.
I'm like, now fuck you for banging my buddy's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, and like the other thing is like I feel like I'm still in love with Zoe too, and he knew it,
Oh
and I'm just
no.
like, dude, both of you. I'm like disappointed in you, fucking Zoe. Like,
Ugh, that's
come
on her.
on.
But here's the thing: it's on her, and he's a fool because for thinking that what she did to you is not gonna happen to him.
Yeah, yeah,
She's
exactly.
and she's showing her true colors, because honestly, it's easier for a dude to get trapped up in the fucking pussy mystique and be like,
Yeah,
bro, I really love her, man. It's like, no, you're loving the sex, but it's like, are you, and like maybe you like guys like listening to vinyl together or whatever, and you're like, this is my soulmate or whatever, because you like two of the same fucking things.
yeah,
But it's
totally.
like, she's bro, she's looking on too, man. Like, she was already looking at him when she was with you. So what's to say you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And getting and breaking up for the
I don't
time that
know.
you did and then getting back together, that's on her too, bro. Because that's like, I've been in situations like that before where we've broken up for a period of time and then gotten back together. And she didn't want nothing to do with me. I was just some fucking side cock for some other dude that was fucking around with her. So she's like, oh, I'll go back to this safety cock or whatever the fuck. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like,
Well,
get the fuck out of here.
to me, it's just a comfort. Okay, they're both incredibly lazy people,
Mm,
right? So, and they're both have huge social anxieties and stuff like that. Byron has a really, really hard time getting girls. I think Zoe's really has a really hard time getting herself out there.
hmm.
And I know they were already talking because they were friends,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they were just friends. And I'm
Yeah.
sure one day they just said, "Why don't we just get a beer?" And they got a
Yeah.
beer, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And then they did it again, and then it was really fun. And then they realized they're having a lot of fun with each other. And then it went beyond that,
Yeah.
and blah blah blah, and like. So I don't think it's crazy. Like to me,
No, it's
it
not.
all kind of makes sense. To be honest, I
Bro,
actually think they're
now.
probably a better couple than me and Zoe were. In all honesty.
Well, there you go. And at my age, bro, I got buddies who married each other's buddies' sisters. And then one buddy fucked one buddy's sister. And then he married that girl. And then he made him the best man at his wedding. And it's like, it
Jesus.
all works out, bro. Like, it's all like, yeah, like in the heat of the moment, we were like, yo, fuck this guy for banging our one buddy's sister. And then our other buddy came in and started dating her. And so it's like a 3-guy triangle with the sister. And they all were at the wedding. It was the happiest day ever. And we're all smiling and happy and couldn't be happier at the wedding. So
Yeah, for sure.
It all works out, man.
Well, I think that's my other thing is that like I don't have another. If I had another partner right now and I heard this, I'd probably be like, whack.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
But I'm just
Well,
like in this weird limbo right now where there's no tour. I have no girlfriend. I'm like feeling lonely.
yeah,
and
go to
sad.
LA
and
and
then this
fucking
hits you on top of it, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah, I go to LA and do acid at the Joshua Tree, man. That's exactly what the fuck you
Get
need
out
to
there in
do
the
right
desert,
now.
sit under the stars, and all that kind of shit.
Talk to an eagle, bro, like the Eagles. Like, remember? I could go find an eagle and fucking talk to it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Anyway,
that's
sorry,
good.
I've been
Yeah.
going on about
I
this
like
with
no, this
fucking
is
everybody
good.
because it's just stuck in my head. How have you been?
Good, man. This radio shit is going good. Interning with Breakfast Television is fucking awesome, bro. I started this week as a segment producer. So I'm
Sick.
just like, you know, going out there, calling a fucking chef to see if he wants to do a segment on fucking, you know, winter breakfast ideas or whatever the fuck, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's going good, man. Can't really say. I'm almost done school now. So almost done Humber, which is great.
When's that done? Like
In
April or something?
yeah,
Nice.
end of April.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then I'm fucking finally done school, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm definitely gonna hit the road doing stand up in the West. Like, I want to go back out west.
Hell yeah.
And do Alberta and BC and Saskatchewan.
Oh, on New Year's, I went and I saw a comic in the at a curling club in Kelowna, and like, which is a hilarious statement already.
They're
and
awesome.
Even,
yeah, they're
even
good
funnier
shows.
though is that I got COVID from that show.
Oh, yeah, I got COVID too. Yeah, bro.
What was the guy's name? He's from Winnipeg. He's got like ADD and all this kind of shit. I'm wondering if you've ever met him.
Taz Norris.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah. I met him.
He was kind of funny.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah,
he was good for about 15 minutes, and then he
Yeah.
just started going off about random shit.
Yeah, it's not
But
good.
yeah,
yeah, so I don't know, I'm good. I'm just ready to fucking be done with this shit, man.
yeah, I know. I want to just go fucking tour and all sorts of stuff. Like going to LA also, I already got the okay from the Reklaws to go to Nashville afterwards and go hang out with them there. So
Oh, are they living there right now?
yeah, they have a house and we can just go crash there in Nashville. So
Oh, buddy,
might go do that. The only kind of hang up for me right now is like I should be writing a record. Like I've been working on a record for the past. That's kind of my hang up though, is like for the past 2 weeks, I feel like I've been like super motivated and just writing and everything. And then this hit me and I'm kind of like, fuck, I don't even want to like make music right now. Like, what am I going to write lyrics? My friend is fucking my ex-girlfriend. No, I don't want to sing about that though. I don't care about that.
Though, man, but that's the place where the lyrics are.
Maybe I can pull from it, but I don't want to write any.
No, you don't. You don't write about the situation. You write about the emotion.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's just been, but like, I don't know. We were trying to do like this demo the other day and I was like playing guitar and I was just like thinking too much and I was just like fucking.
You started crying.
Yeah.
Can we play a fucking major chord, please? All these minor chords are making me fucking sad, dude.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I'm in this weird spiral thing too right now where I'm like, okay, so my first real full on therapy session is tomorrow at 11. I'm kind of like, I just want to get there. I might just like get fucking wasted tonight and just get to tomorrow or something like that, which is probably not the best way to go about it, but I don't know.
This is all you're going to talk about all this tomorrow. I talk about the feeling of wanting to get wasted before your therapy. Like, just tell her everything.
Yeah. So you're saying
that's what they're there for. I'm saying, fuck, buddy. Don't ask me about getting wasted. You know what my answer is going to be.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm painting my room right now. So that's why this is a bit of a mess, but
doesn't look
maybe
like
I'll paint and then I'll have a beer and I'll see how I feel. And
yeah,
I don't know. I was supposed to go to the studio and record tonight, but I was just like, I can't fucking do this. Like yeah.
You guys pay for that studio or is it a free studio?
No, it's my studio. I pay rent for it. I have a lease on it and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's pretty sick. You should come sometime.
Yeah, I want to. Fuck yeah, dude. Okay, well, you want to talk about
that's literally what I was gonna say. Let's
get
into this enough jibber jabber.
Oh no, it was not. I wanted to catch up with you, bro. I miss you, man.
Yeah,
You're
for
one
sure.
of my best buddies here in the city. So
definitely, dude. Get into it. Like how do we
what's the name of this song again? I'm Down.
So the song I worked on was I'm Down by the Reklaws. It's on Sophomore Slump. Let me just take a look at the record though, because I did help with some other ones, but that's the one I actually have a credit on.
Okay, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
I'm just, it's a 5-minute.
So,
I got to do a 5-minute feature on a song on the Toronto Sound. So whatever.
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
just a song about a popular a feature about a popular song from Toronto, and I'm guessing Reklaws are like from Southern Ontario or whatever the fuck. So
Yeah, they're from Cambridge, so
okay,
like,
whatever,
not
perfect.
even
Yeah.
that far from Toronto.
Okay,
It's like an
yeah.
hour drive.
So whatever, they're from Toronto,
Yeah,
and yeah, and then I was just like, or that was my first thing. There, he's like, do a popular. I'm like, oh, the Reklaws are popular, and whatever. I don't care what song it is. So this is
yeah.
perfect.
Okay, cool.
And you have a probably a story about COVID and all this shit and how it came about, right? So
Yeah,
or
totally.
something. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me first by start. How do I want to start? What do I want to ask you? Let me just look at this
Oh, is this gonna
assignment.
be like on the radio, like me talking and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah. I'm
Sick.
gonna chop it up, being like, and it's gonna have an intro, being like, you know, when you think of country music, you might not think of Canada, but the Reklaws have done blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and Connor Young is he's their tour manager, their front of house manager, and he actually served as the fucking recording engineer on this song I'm Down. I might even talk about a little bit about the song first, like, you know, maybe something about whatever the lyrics or whatever the fuck. It's kind of a cheeseball song.
Yeah.
Like the
No,
lyrics,
I like the song's pretty funny. Like the lyrics are like,
they're pretty
uh,
fucked. Like the Chevy and like just the like obligatory truck references are like so
yeah. And like it's also, I'm like kind of against the lyrics because it's kind of like,
yeah.
because what's the chorus? It's like almost like, oh, you broke up with your boyfriend. Yeah. It's like, yeah, if
Yeah.
your boyfriend's out of town, like I'm
I'm down. Yeah.
down, like all that shit. I'm like,
And I was
who
thinking
are
about
you,
maybe doing it.
Byron?
I was, yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's coming from the other end. I was thinking about, okay, well then maybe I could do it about like there's a genre of country songs like the other man sort of songs. Like
Hmm.
it's like, you know, there's like a genre of country song about the other woman, you know, like about, you know, Jolene or whatever, there's songs about the other woman, or, you
Yeah.
know, Carrie Underwood writes songs about like before he cheats. But this is kind of a song about being the other man, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, if your
Totally.
boyfriend, you know,
The
maybe
one that
I'm down.
like swoops in.
Yeah, the one that kind of like swoops in. I'm sliding in your DMs like as
Yeah.
soon as I see that
Totally.
you're single. Um, but what other songs did you say you had credit on? Is there any other bigger songs, like any other like better songs that you might be able to say that you could talk about?
None of the better songs, to be honest. Here we go. Reklaws. Because I only worked on the second record. I worked on
Oh, okay.
I'm Down. I worked on So Crazy It Might Just Work.
What's the biggest song you worked on off that second album?
I think the most plays is So Crazy, but I'm Down basically has like the same amount of plays. Yeah, I didn't do like any of the big singles or anything like that.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Unfortunately. There was the one song You Problem that I like basically like begged them to work on, and they were like, no, we got somebody else doing that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, what's this? Oh, what's so crazy? Just my work might be better.
Yeah.
What's this song about?
I don't actually have a credit on that song.
Okay. Whatever. And you have whatever. We'll just do I'm Down because you have a story about it.
Sure. Okay. Well,
Right?
I mean, it's the same story. It was over like 2 days. We just did the two songs or whatever.
Okay, well, whatever. It's oh, it's the same story for both songs.
Well, pretty much. It was like 2 days of work, and we recorded two songs.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more out of you than that.
Yeah. I'll give you more than that.
Okay.
There's some
Okay,
pretty funny stories about it.
Okay. So let me start by saying, are we gonna do So Crazy or are we gonna do I'm Down? What do you think would be a better story?
I kind of think I'm Down is a bit better of a
Okay.
song, realistically.
Okay. So we'll do I'm Down.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess we'll do a little bit of background info. I'll ask you about like maybe a couple questions about how you got involved with the Reklaws, blah blah blah, and then maybe about how you know, it came about for you to be the recording engineer on the song, and then maybe any other questions or anything to do like with the song.
Yeah.
Okay, so hi Connor, thank you so much blah 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 for being here. And so we're talking about the Reklaws song I'm Down off their second album, whatever the fuck it was called. And so
Nice.
can you just yeah, that part I'm gonna chop out.
Yeah,
But
I assumed.
yeah. So just so let me know, first of all, just tell me a little bit about your history with the Reklaws and how you got involved.
So I met the Reklaws in, I believe, 2018. I was mixing front house for a venue at the Great Hall in Toronto. Sorry, I'm kind of phlegmy. Okay, let me restart.
That's okay.
So I met the Reklaws in 2018. I was the house engineer for the Great Hall, and they were the headlining band for a small like industry showcase. And at the end of the show, they brought me over to their management, and they asked me if I wanted to start touring with them. And in about a week and a half, we were on the road doing festivals. It was honestly just a complete whirlwind because I just got thrown into it. It was really cool, crazy experience. Like I've always wanted to be on the road. But then from there, instead of it just being like, okay, we did the festivals and maybe we'll do some touring or something, it was like, okay, cool, we got the Grey Cup. So you're gonna go play in front of like a couple million people kind of thing. So we went and did that, and it was like, wow, that was crazy. Now what? Oh, we'll do a little run. Okay, cool. We're still working. This is crazy. Usually bands don't just work like this. So we finished that and we're like, okay, cool. What's up next? Oh, another little tour. Okay, we did a little tour. What's up next? Get a phone call. We're doing the Junos. So we jump in and we go do the Juno Awards, and then okay, what's next? Like festivals. What's next? Arena tours. Like it just didn't stop basically until COVID. Like, so I got thrown into the whirlwind and just have been rolling with it ever since. But anyways, so to kind of intro the song, COVID hits. We had a tour plan that was going to start, I think, 5 days after Ontario shut down. So we're all sitting there being like, is this gonna happen? Like, what's going on here? Management's all like, oh, it's definitely gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. And then, well, the NHL is gone now. Don't know if we're gonna be playing these little shows in Newfoundland. So got the phone call, it's all canceled, and we're like, okay, well, that sucks. A few months later, I get a phone call from Stu from the Reklaws, and he goes, hey, I just emailed you a list. You know gear. Can you take a look at the list and just kind of give me your opinion? And I said, sure. And I took a look at the list, and it was a Neumann U87, 1073 preamp, an Apollo, like a new computer, like all the pro gear basically. And I was like, yeah, no, this is all great, man. You should definitely get this. He goes, cool. Our producer told us to buy this, but I wanted to just double check with you or whatever it was. And I was like, cool. And he goes, what are you doing tomorrow? Like, I'm not doing anything. He goes, I don't know how to plug in any of this stuff. Oh, sorry, there's a distressor as well. So it was like a full chain. And he's just like, can you just come by and start setting this up? And can you like set up this thing with our producer and like we can run Ableton and we can try some stuff. So we sat down and I came to their house, and it was really funny. It's like up near Yorkville was where they were living at the time. And I went there to the house, and Stu goes, okay, check out what I made. And he made this like vocal booth out of like all these blankets and stuff. And it was like a lamp and like all this shit just like into a corner to try and like deaden the corner. And I get there, and all I hear is like, what is that? And they go, oh, they're building a house next door. Like not even like, a detached. It was like an attached house, and they were literally building it from the floor up, just like construction workers and stuff like that. I'm like, when did they go from? Oh, they go from like 7 a.m. till like 6 p.m. or something like that. I was like, oh my God, why are we using a large diaphragm condenser in this? Like, it's just going to pick up everything. Like, if we use like, I don't know, a dynamic or something like that, at least it would just capture more of what's coming into the mic as opposed to the room. Anyways, we're just like, okay, well, let's try some shit. So plugged everything in, got the whole chain going, gain staged everything properly using the U87. We went and got a pop filter and all that kind of stuff. And we got headphones, we got a headphone splitter, all that kind of stuff. I set the gain levels and like the headphones and, all the engineering kind of stuff. And we went for it, and we just recorded for like the next 6 hours or whatever it was. And we were really worried about all the construction noise from next door, and you can't hear it. It's like completely unhearable. Like it's just gone. There's no construction noise. Like Stu and Jenna, they're loud singers. I'm sure just the proximity of them to the microphone was enough that it would go signal over noise. So there's no construction in the background. So we were really happy to hear that was a thing. And we must have done, I don't know how much of this you can say on air or anything, but like,
Well, just don't swear.
Okay, well, I said one swear, and I'm sorry about that.
That's
But
fine.
anyways, it was more just like I don't know how many other secrets to give away or anything like that. Like, dude, we did like,
Oh, no one's gonna hear this. Nobody. I don't even listen to the radio station. I'm on it.
oh, okay,
Don't
cool.
worry. Yeah,
We
nobody
did
listens to this.
like 60 to 100 takes of every phrase, like not every verse. Like,
Okay, so wait. So let me back up here because we've been going for a little bit. So
yeah,
we've got you. We've got you doing sound offhand with the Reklaws just one night. They were so impressed by your capabilities as a sound guy, they asked you to come out on the road with them. And that
yeah,
tour turned into another tour, which turned into the Grey Cup halftime show, which turned into another tour. And the whole thing kind of snowballed. And you found yourself in a position of not only the front of house manager dealing with the sound coming out of the main speakers that the audience is hearing,
yeah,
but you're also were having duties as like a tour manager, and you were really involved with the band, behind the scenes. You were part of the, a lot of people don't realize that bands, they're not just the people on stage. There's a whole crew of people around them and a logistical environment that needs to be created for it, the machine to actually run.
yeah, yeah.
So when COVID hit, the Reklaws decided to do what?
Well, they had to make a record. They had to do something. So they had all these songs that I guess they've written over the period of time. They were writing them over Zoom with their whoever their writers were. I think it was Donovan Woods and this guy named Travis Wood, I think, and Sherman Clark, I believe, is the other guy. Anyways, they have these writing sessions with these guys, and I think they wrote basically an entire album. And their management and everything was like, well, we got to do something. If you can't tour, you got to at least put a record out, and then you can go support the record when you can tour, kind of thing. So I guess the producer guys, I think I can't remember who actually was the producer on these songs, but anyways, the guy back in Nashville, he is there and he's recording all these songs, and he's like getting in all the session guys from Nashville and like doing all the bulk work, getting all the tracks ready. So he sent me a bunch of rough cuts when we were working on this, and I got Stu and Jenna to sing on it, and then we were sending those to Nashville so then they could process them in Nashville and do whatever they needed to do in Nashville and all that kind of stuff, and the back and forth between that. Um, yeah, sorry, I'm kind of lost now. Where were we?
This is perfect. So they decide that they have to record from home. So
Yeah.
Stu goes
Oh yeah. So
out.
that was the
So
deal, is
sorry,
that
wait.
there
So
was no studio.
right.
Yeah.
So Stu goes out, and so he decides. So it's COVID. They can't leave. They've got session musicians in Nashville who are recording the music that they're writing over Zoom. But Stu and Jenna, the vocalists of the band, have to be in Toronto. So what
Yeah.
do they do?
They decide they have to record by themselves because at the time, I don't believe studios were open. And like, I don't remember exactly, but it might have not been totally the most legal thing that I came and helped, to be honest. Like, just with the way things were with COVID and everything. But you know, we're kind of in each other's circles and everything. I'm not seeing anybody else. They're not seeing anybody else.
Whatever. Okay, let's skip that.
Anyways,
Let me.
probably
I
skip
get the
that.
point that the what I'm trying to get you to say is like
The
is
point
the point
they
about Stu
needed
buying all
to,
the gear. So Stu and Jenna are forced with this. They're backed into the corner and
yeah.
they can't go to Nashville to record. So what do they do?
So what they do is, well, could they go to a recording studio? Well, how much is that going to cost, right? Just to record some vocals. That's kind of exorbitant. Why wouldn't you just go buy all your own gear and get somebody to engineer it and record it from your own home? If you can set it up there, you're already paying your own rent and everything. It's not that much more of an expense. Plus, you've got these microphones and all this other gear if you ever want to do anything in the future as well. So it's kind of more of an investment and probably saving them money overall. So yeah, they decided to record it from home instead of flying out to Nashville and all that kind of stuff amongst COVID restrictions and just the scariness that COVID was at the time.
So when Stu came to you with the list of gear, what did you say?
It was funny. I was biking. I remember biking, being like, I'm getting a call. I'm like, oh, fuck. Sorry. I remember I was biking and I got a call and I go, oh, it's Stu. Oh, I haven't heard from him in a while. Like, must be something cool if he's calling me. So I like answer the phone call and he goes, hey, sent you a list. Check it out. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, there's a bunch of like top end recording gear, kind of like, that's great. Why are they buying all this top end recording gear? And like I gave him the go ahead, like my blessing, I guess you could say, of me saying, yeah, that's some great gear, nothing wrong with that. And then he just said, I don't know how it works, you do, right? Like, you know what all this stuff is. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, can you come help us? We'll pay you. Like, oh, cool. Money when we're all on serve, sure, I will go work a day or whatever it is, whatever the rate is.
So Stu gives you the offer to work, and then you show up at his house to set
Yep.
up the gear. And what do you
Yep.
find when you show up at his house to set up the gear?
It was just all in boxes. Like it was completely unassembled. They didn't know even like, actually, no, sorry. Stu had
No,
it
I mean,
plugged in.
here's sorry. This was a trick question.
Okay.
This question is about having the vocal booth set up, but then you hearing the fucking hammering of the thing.
Oh, okay.
So Stu hires you. You get over to go see what the studio is like, and you're setting up all the gear. But like, what do you realize?
Well, I get to the house and it's in their living room, which is basically the front entrance of the house. And I see their little vocal booth and it's like interesting. I don't know. I'm sure it works, but it is just blankets. Um, and it's right against the wall. And against that wall is hammering and nails and drilling because they're constructing a house next door. So immediately I'm worried about the implications of what noise is going to blend into this recording and how this is going to affect us. And so we kind of just said, well, let's try it and see, because it was erratic too, right? It's like boom, 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 and then nothing for 10 minutes. And then for 15 minutes, it's like really loud noise. And then 2 minutes of quiet. And then like, it was just, there was no way to like judge it. And I think we actually even talked to them. We're like, hey, we're recording an album next door. And they're like, hey, we're building a house. Like, we're not really going to stop doing this because of it. Yeah, they were really nice about it though. They're like, we're sorry, we'll try and be quiet kind of thing, but like we're building a house. Like we're not going to just stop it because a bunch of guys in their 20s or have a microphone in the other room. So we threw Stu and Jenna in the booth, like one at a time, and just set headphone levels and everything, and recorded it and listened back. Terrified to hear all the hammering in the background, and we just heard crystal clear vocals, and like it was like in there, but like in the background at the very, very smallest amount, enough that when there's other instruments happening, you would never know that this was happening next door.
That's so cool. And so now you get these vocal stems, and you had gotten the instrument tracks from Nashville. So can you talk to me a little bit about the process of what sending those files back and forth to Nashville is like, and what your role is in that, and all that?
So yeah, we opened up the stems from Nashville, and then we obviously had to drop it into the DAW with and set it up to the BPM and everything, and then you can make actual sections of like where the verse is, where the chorus is, the bridge, and all that kind of stuff. So then you could also go very easily. Stu would go, I want to do another take of verse 2 or whatever. And you go, okay, verse 2, and you just jump there and you record. And this is also another kind of funny thing. When I'm engineering and recording songs, I try to make sure the artist is like ready and comfortable. And that's kind of my mindset, is that I go, hey, okay, you good to go? I'm good to go. Cool, we're recording now. And that's generally how I do it. I remember Jenna being in the booth and I'm like, hey, Jenna, okay, are you ready? She goes, stop asking me if I'm ready. I am constantly ready. Just say we're going to go and go, because we're recording an album and I don't need you to say this every single time. I was like, oh, yeah, sorry, you are a professional musician. Forgot about that. I'm used to working with like other people who are, oh, maybe I'm ready. And they're like screwing around with their pedals or whatever it is. But anyway, so we record it and we make like basically playlists. So we record every vocal 100 times so that there's whatever the perfect part of the song is in there somewhere, and like you can just compile it from everything. So from there, you've got to, I forget the exact word, but you got to basically compile the whole thing so that it's the exact length of the stem that they sent you, so that when you send it to the Nashville guys, they just drop it in and they don't have to screw around making sure everything's time aligned and all that kind of stuff. But we had to do that with probably 100 tracks of vocals per vocalist. So we had to zip file them and send them over WeTransfer or whatever it is. I think it was like 50 gigs of stuff we were like sending back and forth, because we're also recording at like I think we did 96K, 32-bit float, kind of like really high
Real high
quality.
quality.
Yeah, like we're making a record for Nashville, man. Like we're not gonna go 441 or 40. Yeah, 441.
Yeah. Okay, so can you now let's talk a little bit about the song. What did you think when you first heard the song? Or do you know, do you have any introspection or any look inside the writing process behind the lyrics or their intention, or did any of that come up during the songwriting? Can you just talk about, I kind of want to get a bit now about, I want to get a clip of you talking about the song and what it means and that sort of shit.
Yeah. So I'd never heard the song before, and basically until it was like I loaded it in the session. Stu went in the room and said, "Go." And I hit the song, hit it, and I was like trying to piece together what this song is the entire time while I was listening to it. As we were, it was also kind of hard for me because we would do verse one, then we do verse one, then we do verse one, and we would record that for like an hour, and then we do the chorus, and I had to like piece together what the story of the song kind of was. Um, and to me, I think what Stu said to me was that it's really just kind of like a classic country song of this girl looking towards this guy and wondering if he's down to be with her in her time of need. Like it sounds like she just broke up with her boyfriend, and it's kind of Stu saying he's down, he'll be there to support this girl, and like it sounds like he's romantically interested in her, and it seems like I don't know.
That was close. We're close.
I'm having a bad time describing this. I haven't
I
even
know
listened to the
that
song
was,
in the
you were
longest
really
time.
good. That was so close. Fuck.
What are the lyrics? Let me look them up for a
I
second.
know. do, but honestly, did he talk to you about this, or what is
Not
the
really.
honest? No, nothing.
Well, okay.
Like, do you talk to, like, if this was just like, do they know what they're doing? Like, do they know the music they're making? Like when they make a song like this, do they know like what they're doing?
100%. 100%. They're very smart people. And I'm pretty sure in this is like off the record or whatever. I'm pretty sure exactly what Stu said to me was I was like, "Oh man, these lyrics are kind of cringy. It's kind of like you broke up with your boyfriend, and I'm swooping in kind of thing. Like I'm kind of like I don't know how much I agree with it." And like, there's also one lyric where it's like kind of about like liquor and that you're down and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that's just a country thing, but I think like in 2022, like that's kind of not cool to be like, yo, sex and liquor and like I don't know. Anyways, so I kind of said that to Stu, and Stu was like, yeah, but it's kind of an interesting song. Or something like that. Just like he knows, man. He knows when it's like what he's doing and like if it's kind of a weird song or whatever. I don't know. Like
Fuck, man. I don't know if I'm gonna get the fucking juice out of this question.
ugh,
Okay,
I'm
I know.
sorry.
How
I'm
am I
trying to
gonna?
think.
How am
Like
I gonna
they
make
definitely
this?
did not say much about this song at all to me. Like what it's about and stuff. Just like fuck.
Oh man. What if I just, okay, wait, your interview, fuck, because this isn't even going to go to air. It's just an assignment.
Yeah.
What if I just fucking straight up lie and say you did one of their good songs? What's one of their good songs?
On that record, I like the song. I like the
Yo,
song
Where
No
I'm
Problem.
From. That's a good fucking song.
Yeah, but I was nowhere near that. I don't know.
Okay. And then also Old Country Soul is a good song.
Yeah, that was kind of before me. I don't know. I was definitely on the second record.
Yeah. What,
Yeah,
the truck?
if we can lie about something. What the truck? That was all Callum.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, fuck. I mean, I'm gonna have to do this. Oh, I just realized he said you'll still moan. We're all alone and there's nobody else. You still moan. Keep your hands to yourself.
wait, what? That's in there?
That's the lyric in the song.
Where's that? Where's that? I don't remember
One,
that.
2, 3. Fucking third verse. 1, 2, 3. If you're in Google, I'm. Oh, that's the Beatles.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? That's not in there. The lyrics are,
Okay.
girl, you didn't just call to say hi and you
Yeah.
know it. Friday night, you had a big fight, and this time it might be over. Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay,
I
there
don't
we
know
go.
him, and it's none of my business. But if you're feeling broke up, let's fix it. I've got a bottle on ice. I can be there in 5, any place, anytime. I'm
Okay, you
down.
know
Yeah.
what? This song's about a reliable. Okay, let's just talk about okay, so maybe he um can I get you to say this?
Yeah, yeah.
And you'll say, so I'll ask you a question and it'll be like, so yeah, and you'll say like what you said was great. Like, so when I asked you about the lyrics of the song, I think what he said to me was that maybe
Yeah.
he had been in a relationship, or he had knew a girl that he had always had feelings for, and she wasn't necessarily in the best relationship, and he always felt that like, you know, he would be there for her in her time of need or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, because that's
Something
kind
like
of
that.
what the song is about. It's about a guy,
Well,
and
I
yeah,
think
you
it's
could just
truly a story. I don't think there's any truth behind the lyrics, to be honest.
no, of course not. No, no, no. But maybe if we can just say that he fucking wrote it because, you know, or he maybe he wanted to write about that universal experience of, maybe having feelings for someone who's in a relationship and that relationship isn't really, working out the best for them, and just, feeling that, you just want the best for them or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, yeah, something along those lines. That's a good idea.
Okay. Because then I can pull a little bit, just a little bit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Because if it's
Sorry, I
like, no,
like
we
this
just,
is the part that I'm not really super involved in.
I know
So
that's fine. I
that's
know
makes it a
you're
little
not.
harder for me.
I would have to talk to Stu about it, right? But
Yeah,
fucking,
totally.
I'm talking to you about it because I would rather talk to you anyways. So,
Mhm.
um, so okay, so is that cool? Can you just bullshit for like maybe like I'm talking like 10 or 15 seconds just
Easy.
about how Stu said to you one time that we've all been in that experience of, having feelings for someone. Hey, how about fucking Byron? Right? It's a
Yeah.
universal experience. Um okay, so let's talk about the lyrics now of I'm Down. Can you speak to a little bit? I know you didn't write the song yourself, but can maybe you speak to a little bit about the lyrics or what Stu said when he talked to you about the lyrics?
Well, I remember when we were doing the actual recording that I had asked Stu about what the song was about, and he said it was very much about just that kind of feeling of when there's somebody that you know who's currently in a relationship that you're interested in, and you can see that the relationship is bad. It's not good for either of them. And finally, it falls apart, and that relationship comes apart as it traditionally would when things aren't working. And just wanting to be there for the other party, that the person that you're interested in, not even just like trying to approach them, but just trying to be there and comfort the person and give them what they truly need.
Whew,
Something like
great.
that. Okay, cool.
That's fucking
Woo.
perfect. Okay, great. All right, did I squeeze enough out of this? Okay, now what do we got? Let me see. Moving forward. Um Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, so what's next? You guys tell me what's next. You guys just had a tour shut down, obviously, or whatever. Or do you want to say maybe I'll get a clip of you saying that? So what's up next for you in the Reklaws?
So our current tour that was supposed to start in about a week and a half just got canceled, unfortunately, due to current restrictions of COVID across the country, BC, all that kind of stuff. However, we are currently rebooking certain shows throughout March. I believe I can't necessarily say where they are, but I believe throughout Ontario we'll be hitting some major markets, and then festivals all summer, and then there's definitely some stuff cooking up for fall. So be sure to keep an eye out for that.
Love it, dude. Love it.
Do you want to know what's
Okay.
actually happening in the fall?
Yeah, nothing.
No, no, it's
Oh,
100% happening. It's
oh, what
sick.
is it?
Co-headlining arena tour with Dean Brody.
Come on,
Yeah, it's gonna be
bro.
sick.
You
I'm gonna
guys are
be
gonna fucking sell some tick. That's so huge for them. The co-sign with Dean Brody. Who's
the
opening? Jade
co-headline
Eagleson?
too.
Or yeah,
Yeah,
is Jade Eagleson open or who's opening?
I think Nate's opening.
Nate.
Yeah,
Buddy. Wow. 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 Wow.
it's pretty sick too because Mac, our new tour manager, he was like, we can charge more for this when we're doing arenas that as the headliner. Because before I was doing the opening,
Yeah.
and that's like there's no money in the opening. But
Right.
once you're headlining, there's money, and it's
So
gonna be
who's the
huge.
company that you would negotiate that money with? The like
Reklaws,
Live
Stu and
Nation?
Jenna.
Oh,
Oh wait,
no, but
sorry, for how much you get paid?
yeah, is it Live Nation
Yeah,
or who
Live
do you
Nation. That's
do
Live
you
Nation.
negotiate with Live
So
Nation?
typically, what happens with those bigger shows is it's like obviously the headliners are gonna make the money, right? Because that's why people are there.
Yeah.
And the openers, they kind of get the butt end of the stick, where it's like, hey, so do you want to go stand in front of 15,000 people every night? Cool. We're not really going to pay you for that.
Yeah, you get enough money to live and that's it.
Yeah, it's like pay
Yeah.
for your bus or whatever it
Yeah.
is, and like
Yeah.
kind of pay the band out of your pocket while you do these dates. But also, there's no other way to get in front of 15,000 people every single night. Like it's a
Right.
necessary evil,
Right.
unfortunately. Like
It's an
it is
investment, bro.
the paid and experience or whatever it
Yeah, yeah,
is,
yeah,
or
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
exposure. Yeah.
Exposure,
Getting
paid in
paid and
exposure.
exposure, but it's like this is genuine exposure
It's
where you
real. Yeah, yeah, you
literally
can
are in
see
front of
it. Yeah.
15,000 people instead of like, well, I'm gonna put it on my radio show. No, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like, I know, right? Like, I'm coming at you right now.
Exactly. Cool.
um,
What else can we say about this?
I don't know. I think I could probably figure that out. I think I got a little bit of a narrative here on the song.
Yeah,
On I'm gonna make it about COVID. I'm gonna make it about recording in COVID, and then we'll have a
sweet.
little bit of thing about the song, about what it means.
Yeah.
Um,
They're recording a new record right now. Um, I did work on two of the new songs, but they're not
oh,
out or
okay.
anything, so
Yeah.
can't really say anything about it.
Honestly, I'm in my last semester, bro. I don't give a fuck. I was trying to hunt down Alex Lifeson. That was my initial thing. It's like, I'm gonna get him to talk about
Sick.
working man. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, just
Should-
call Connor. Like, what? Try to find like what the fuck, man? Just get the assignment done, whatever.
You could have talked to. You probably could have got in touch with Alex Lifeson somehow.
I mean, I probably could have pulled some strings with the Gibson and that. Who's that Gibson guy for Long McQuaid? That young guy
I
with
don't
the
fucking
tie.
remember,
I
but
don't
he
know.
was
Yeah,
nice.
he was nice. He was a cool guy.
Yeah,
I could have probably talked to him and maybe gotten squeezed something, but that's like a big favor.
yeah.
So I didn't want to call that in on a 5-minute Alex Lifeson interview. You know what I mean?
It's true. Did you hear his new band?
No, what's it called?
I don't remember, but
Lifeson?
like, no, it's like this like industrial band that he made with like
Oh,
a producer and this like singer. No, it's cool.
is it
And he's got
good?
like little guitar parts on it and stuff. Like I don't know, he made this weird other band.
And he's just like, and they're just like, boom, boom.
No, it's not quite the corn thing. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
what would it be more like? It's like I don't know, stuff like that. But
Okay.
then he's
Yeah.
like
Like Twisted Metal.
kind of like that, and then he's like doing like open chords, kind of like shit like that in the
Yeah.
background, and yeah, I don't
I'll
even
check
think
it out
there's a
actually,
guitar
man.
solo. But it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Right
Okay.
on.
I'm just trying to think now. Is there anything else we can say?
Yeah. If there's anything else you can think of that might sound
Um.
good for what you like, you have an idea of what I'm trying to do here, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm
Would
gonna
this help
weave
at
the
all?
song
Like
in and out. You
we
know.
we've never really performed the song live, but afterwards for the actual release of the record, we Universal got us to go and do a virtual tour. So we went out to Guelph and we went to the campus there. I forget I think it was just the University of Guelph, and we took over the gymnasium and we put full band set up in there and we recorded all the live like big rockin' kind of country songs there. And then we went to like the little church area, the little smaller theater, and we brought in a piano and got it tuned and everything. And we got Stu and Jenna to sing a couple songs just independent, just the two of them in this like abandoned theater. But it was kind of flipped around in reverse too, so you could see all the seats to kind of show that it was this empty theater that we were performing in. And they performed "I'm Down" on that one, and I'm actually really proud of the recording quality of that and just the way they broke it down, because instead of it having like full instrumentation, like there's kind of some like trap style hi-hats and stuff in the actual song. In the acoustic one, it was just this beautiful piano vocal kind of ballad thing. And at some point we were even going to do an entirely acoustic record because of that, and I was supposed to work on that, but then things got shifted and major labels, and then they went and did another record and they did some other stuff, and something else happened.
Oh man, that's
I wish
perfect.
I knew where this video was so I could share it with people. Like it was a one-time broadcast thing. So it like
Wow.
got Zoom video kind of thing and then it's gone.
Bummer, dude.
I know, especially because they were trying to get it on like CBC or something like that, so that you could
Yeah.
go watch it on TV.
That sounds like a CBC fucking thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they just didn't do it for some reason. I don't know.
Oh,
The amount of politics in this style of music is insane.
I bet.
Yeah.
What do
Did
you
I,
mean?
did I tell you who they signed with?
No, you said they left their major label. Who they signed with?
They left Universal and they signed. So they're independent in Canada, completely
Yeah.
independent. And then they signed with I think it's Big Machine in the States.
Oh yeah, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Wow.
They signed with their management, hoping to get a record deal. So States is happening pretty quick.
That's fucking huge, dude.
Right? They told me
Wow.
that next year, this is pretty funny. They want me to go down to the States. So it's just me, Stu, and Jenna, and we do a radio tour of every state. So we get up at like 6 a.m., go to the
Yeah.
radio station, do an couple acoustic songs, get in the car. I drive them to Connecticut or wherever the fuck we're going next. And then we do another show and it'll be like 70 days on the road, just me, Stu, and Jenna driving through the States kind of thing. But I'm getting paid the whole time.
That would be cool, man.
It'd be
Fuck.
cool.
Yeah.
You know how much apparently it is to even like remotely try and get a number one song in the States?
Oh, like $5 million.
I think it's one minimum
$1 million to get a number one song.
for a country song.
Yeah. Wow. I
To
thought
pitch
it
it
was
to
like
all the proper radio
yeah.
stations and everything, enough to get it to like
I
up on the
remember
charts.
hearing 3 million one time. It was like $3 million. But
That
yeah,
might
that's
be more
probably,
accurate. I
I don't
heard
know.
one,
Yeah. Yeah.
but what they told me was this is the whole Universal thing. They said we want to go to the States, and Universal was like, it's $1 million.
Wow.
And they're like, yeah. And Universal's like, what are you doing good in Canada?
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it takes 1 million to make 1 billion, bro. Fuck.
exactly. So
Yeah.
we'll see how this all goes, but there's obviously some funding coming in from somewhere, probably the new management and
Mm-hmm.
whatever label to get on down there. I think right now they're just making the next record and getting it like so pro that like when they shop it around to labels, it'll get someone's gonna grab it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that's so exciting. Fuck, dude. That'd be so sick.
The craziest thing to me is their songwriting. Just like, do you know how many songs they wrote for this new album?
Oh, I don't know what, 50? How many?
Dude, it was like 160 or something like that. It's like mental. Right? And then you're kind of like, oh, why am I not a successful musician? It's like, well, have you written fucking 700 songs? It's like, no.
No. Because you got to write, yeah, bro. You got to, fucking Dolly Parton has written 3,000.
Yeah,
You know?
that's insane. I don't know. I don't know about these bands that I'm into, like these other weird ones where they go in, they write 10 songs, and that's the album.
Or the Arctic Monkeys or whatever, who just fucking is the same dudes forever. You know what I mean? Just fucking,
Yeah. Totally.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. I gotta write more songs. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm one of those where I'm like very anxious about it. I write all the music and that's done. And I go, oh God, I gotta do lyrics. And then you do the lyrics and I'm really weird about it too. It's like I'm not allowed to do revisions.
Oh yeah.
It's just a one and done. You just sit there and when it comes out, it comes out. And then like, cause I've tried doing it. I've tried sitting there and being like, oh, don't love verse 2. Let's get rid of it. And then you sit there and then a month goes by and you go, okay, whatever verse 2 was before was fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
You just put it back in there.
Oh man. Okay. Well, yo, fuck. I think I got what I needed for the interview. That's for sure.
Cool. Yeah. If there's anything else you can think of, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, I'm gonna scrub through this in the next like couple days here, and then if there's anything we need to redo or whatever, I'll just let you know. And
Sweet, dude.
be good, man. When you going to LA, bro?
I'm trying to figure that out. So I was honestly like thinking like like tomorrow or something like that. Like I was ready to just like fucking just jump ship. But now that I have a full therapy session going on tomorrow, I think I'm gonna ask because I kind of brought it up today. He was because it's weird when you're doing the preliminary thing. I don't know if you've ever like done the 15 minute. Yeah. So I did the 15-minute thing, but it ended up being 45 minutes or whatever it was.
Wow. He's like, this kid needs a little fucking tune up.
Yeah, exactly. So I was talking to him and I was like, so I think my move is to go to LA and like not run away from my problems, but go like find my own happiness. And he goes, it's nice and warm there. He's like, another one of my clients just went to Arizona. He said he's loving it. Says he really enjoys not having to wear a mask and getting to kind of live life again. And I was like kind of blunt with him too. I was like, man, I've been vaccinated. I fucking got COVID. Like, I kind of don't give a shit anymore. I want to go somewhere where I don't need to wear masks. And like, as shitty as maybe that is or something, I don't know. I just need this for myself.
It's not shitty.
I mean, it kind of sounds shitty because it's like you're not thinking about other people or whatever.
Fuck other people.
Once in a while, you gotta do something for yourself.
Until the system, no. You know what I shouldn't say? I don't mean fuck other people. I mean the fuck the individual responsibility narrative of other people.
Yeah,
it is incumbent upon the structures that we have designed in society to take care of the masses who can't take care of themselves. There's no individual responsibility on me to take care of the fucking mass.
Yeah, and I think it's also gotten to a point now where we can't keep vaccinating the entire population every 6 months.
No.
Like there's literally just not the resources for it. There's no way to do it. And so honestly, I say like you and me, people like us, go out there, go get COVID.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, I mean, I already got it too, man.
I got it too. So like everyone's just gotten it and stuff. And like we've been vaccinated with the initial 2. And I think that's why we didn't get hospitalized and all that stuff. Like, even though we probably would have survived anyways. But like, I don't know about you, but my symptoms were like nothing.
It was soft, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. I had like nothing. I had like a headache.
Yeah.
But keep these vaccines and everything going and give them to the 90-year-old people and these like the homes and stuff. And like, I honestly, should I throw out my entire 20s because I might kill a 90-year-old person who's had an entire full life? It gets difficult when you start talking about trading lives and stuff like that.
Yeah, but whatever. At the same time, situation, but
that person got to live their entire life. And so now, should I be a complete nervous wreck that locks myself in my house and ends up ruining all my social abilities and then I'm done?
Yeah.
No. And I got a shitty life? Like, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. I'm over this whole COVID thing. I honestly thought this lockdown would probably open up by now, but
me too.
At least we're going 50% in a week and a half.
Yeah, we're back fired up at the comedy club on February 3rd. So that's all I care about, man.
Nice. That's sick. Yeah, we'll be back doing that. So I think I got a band rehearsal on Sunday because we want to try and do stuff. I'm going to record with Mike a bit tomorrow.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm doing Saturday yet, but I got to figure something out because right now I just need things to fill my days kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas before
when shit opens up, we'll go for a beer in Kensington Market or some shit like that.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah.
Because at least for me, usually I loved having an open day because then I could do anything I want. But now having an open day, I'm like, oh fuck, I can think about things a lot.
I know. Yeah. What is it? Fucking idle hands or the devil's playground, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I feel kind of like that, where I'm just kind of like, oh,
yeah,
I don't want to just sit here and think about things. I need something, like even a distraction, to be honest.
How many times can I jerk off today? it's only 4:30.
Yeah, exactly.
Still got to work on my night jerks.
So there's that. And then I was talking to, do you know the band Dizzy?
Yes. Yes. You went on you did that too, man. My guitar student loves her.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're like the best people I've ever met. And like, holy fuck, I love touring with them.
Yeah.
And Charlie, their drummer, has become like one of my best friends, like within like months, like instantly. We're just like, because we all like the same music and he's a big nerd about audio and stuff with me. And like, he designed the whole live rig for Dizzy and it's sick. Like, but he's never done like live sound, like
crazy
working it and stuff. Like he's toured and stuff and like just figured out how to do it. But like, he's honestly, that guy's a genius. He's on some other level. It's amazing. Yeah. But I was texting him and he's like, how's it going? And I was like, I'm having a hard time. I might go to LA. You guys are going to LA to finish your new record, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I'll be there. So like, let's hang out. He goes, in April? I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna go now. Like,
oh yeah.
He goes, oh, okay, we're going in April. I was like, okay, shit, dang. I thought we could hang out, but I guess we won't. And then he went, well, when are you leaving? Cause I would like to see you before you leave. Like, can we just hang out? And he's like, I bought a new drum if you want to check out my snare. And I was like,
Yeah, let's
sure.
bang the snare a bit. Yeah.
So I honestly, my real plan was to dip on Monday, but I think if Charlie wants to hang out on Monday, I might just dip on Tuesday.
Cool. Love it.
I don't know. I don't really
Let
want
me
to wait
know.
longer than that. I want to kind of get out of here like
Yeah. Get out of here,
after
bro.
the weekend and
Yeah. Fuck off.
just get some distance on the whole situation and
Yeah.
then just go be with people. Like I'm gonna go hang out with Scott Hellman and Callum
Go to
from
the comedy
Reklaws.
store. Go watch a show at the comedy store, man.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
awesome. And there's
Yeah, man.
some
Yeah.
place called like the Live Cafe. Have you ever heard of that place?
Yeah.
Apparently you go there and like well, my friends were just there the other week and Leon Bridges just rolled in and did a set.
Wow. Yeah.
Like
There you
it's
go.
just like shit like that. It's in
Yeah.
Hollywood, right? So
Exactly.
I'm gonna go do that. This is the big one. I'm gonna go to fucking Disneyland.
Yeah, do it. I got drunk
Yeah,
there before. It's so fun. Love
man,
Disneyland.
they got
Yeah.
Avengers Campus now. Are you
You
fucking kidding
fucking
me?
little nerd.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a picture with Spider-Man. And apparently they got like an animatronic Spider-Man that like flies across the city and shit like
Oh,
that.
let's
Yeah, I
go.
know, right? And then they've got Star Wars Land now too, so you can go
Oh
hang out
yeah.
with the Millennium Falcon, like the life-size
Nice.
one and all that kind
Love
of
that.
stuff. I'll definitely spend a day on that. I was thinking about two, but turns out Disneyland's not cheap.
No. Well, you can walk around for free, but it costs money to do anything.
Oh, okay. I think like to go into the because it's California Adventure that's connected to the Marvel thing.
Yeah, that costs money. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay like 170 bucks.
Yeah. And then you need the fast pass for like another fucking 100 and something.
What? To get on the
Bro.
rides or something?
Oh yeah. If you go without the fast pass, you'll hate yourself.
Huh. Well, I don't really care about the rides. I kind of
Well
want to just go
then,
see how weird it looks and stuff and like
yeah, then
I don't
do
know,
it.
take a
Yeah.
ride or two.
Yeah.
Be pretty fun. And then Joshua Tree and then my friend wants to go to Jerome, Arizona.
Okay.
That's
Why?
yeah, I don't know. He says that the city's beautiful and he showed me pictures. Like it looks fucking cool. I
Yeah,
want to just
rent a car. Fuck,
go
go see
drive
the
through the
world.
desert and go see
Yeah.
a bunch of weird shit. And apparently that's where Maynard is from Tool, is in
Oh.
Jerome. And you can go to Caduceus Cellars and drink his wine there and stuff. So
Oh, that's cool. That'd be fun.
yeah, might go to his winery and like just
Yeah.
chill out in Jerome. And he's like, you ever gamble? No. And he goes, well, you know how close we are to Vegas, right?
Yeah, go to Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, I might go to Vegas.
Do it. It's a 4-hour drive. It's the Fear and Loathing drive. I've done it before. LA to Vegas, awesome drive, man. Fucking
Yeah, I think
highly recommend it.
so. I think we're gonna fly in. We're gonna because I'm also not gonna buy a return ticket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy like I will, and then I'll cancel it 10
Yeah.
hours later and get the
Yeah.
full money back.
Yeah.
Just so that when you cross the border, they go, when are you coming back? And I go, oh, on the 10th or whatever, and then I just
Yeah.
fucking get rid of it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna go to LA, and we're gonna get an Airbnb there for about a week, I think. And we're not gonna really have too much of a plan, but we're gonna kind of just like run around and go see stuff and do stuff in LA because there's like a bunch of stuff to do there. Like
Capitol Records, man, it's awesome. In and out.
yeah, all that
Burger,
stuff and
fucking,
like
yeah, it's great. Get the
yeah,
secret
we'll do all
menu.
that. And then I think we're gonna go in the car and we're gonna go Joshua Tree. And we're gonna go camp out there or something, go hang out in Joshua Tree. And then I think because it goes like this, right? Like Joshua Tree, and then you go up here to Vegas. So we'll go up to Vegas, and then we'll go into Arizona, and we'll probably go to like maybe Phoenix or something like that. And then rip on down, go to Jerome and kind of do a whole little drive there, and then probably fly out of LA or something like that. Or even just drive back to Vegas and fly out of there or something.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, should be sick.
Do it.
I mean, that's the other thing though, is I'm going to talk to my therapist tomorrow and be like, do you think this is a really bad idea? Because otherwise I'm just going to go do it.
Buddy, you're not suicidal. Go do it. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. I just think he might. I'm just worried if he goes like, look, that's kind of you running away from your problems. And I think the best course of action for your mental health and everything will be for you to actually stay put and kind of like focus on your thing instead of running away and ignoring the issues or something like that. I don't know, but I don't think he will say that, to be honest. I think he'll be like, oh man, you can get away from this monotony of this situation and like be somewhere else where you're not necessarily thinking about this and actually kind of living a life for a second. Go fucking do it.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping I'll get back here in like mid February or whatever. And hopefully I'll feel better and I'll just go right into album mode and I'll record. And then Reklaws shows in March. And then do you know this? You know the band Valley?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm joining part of their tour. I'm doing like 4 or 5 dates in March and April. And then we go into festival season. And then I heard Dizzy wants to tour again. So we might go do something with Dizzy. And then I also might do a thing with Lolo. I don't know. I've heard something about a rumbling of doing like a States pop punk tour, jumping on that shit. And then that takes us to festivals, which takes us to the fall, which is the Dean Brody tour. So I'm sure I'm fucking good once I get through this.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll be fine. I just need to process this information the thing that for me about all this is I'm like, why am I so upset? Like I say I love Zoe, but I broke up with her like 4 times.
I mean, ask your therapist. I don't know.
I know, and that's
you're a
what
fucking
that's
pussy. That's my question. That's my answer. Because you're a fucking pussy, Connor.
You're a fucking pussy. Grow up, man up, man up,
man up, pussy. Okay, yo, my dog's
no,
bugging me. I gotta go take my dog. He's fucking scratching at me right now.
for sure, dude. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I think. Sorry, that's just what I was trying to say. Though, is like that's my ultimatum here. Is I'm just kind of like I want to figure out why I feel this way and how to deal with it.
Yeah, no, you will, man. You know what? One thing I learned when I was about your age is you got to give yourself permission to be a man. And what that means is like give yourself permission to act like a fucking fully grown, adult man and behave accordingly, right? Because a lot of times we're infantilized by our what we like to do and because we're artists and stuff like that. But it's still okay to be like, okay, I'm a man, I'm gonna deal with this. And being a man, it's not one of those like misogyny things of just like man up and don't feel feelings. It's about give yourself permission to be an adult, and how does an adult deal with a situation like this? And how does a fully grown, do they get jealous over fucking, who broke? It's like, that's high school shit, and you realize,
dude, that's the first thing I said about this whole thing. I was like, this is all high school shit, dating friends' exes and stuff like that. I was like, aren't we past this?
That's fine. Well, no, there can date. You should be past being weird about it. Because it didn't work for you and Zoe. It's not going to work. Yeah, you loved her. It's over. Move on, right? And then as an adult, and how do you do that? Well, you go to LA and fuck some crazy purple-haired black chick and, and see what the fuck happens, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'll let you go. But the one thing I was thinking about that, too, because like my one friend's like, you should tell Byron you fucking hate him. You should tell him to go fuck himself and all that stuff. And somebody's like, well, have you talked to Zoe yet? I'm like, I don't need to. I don't need any of this. Like, it's outside of my life. Like, honestly, maybe it's kind of even nice that Byron just like let me know.
Yeah. It is nice that he lets you know. That is a good thing that he did. Like, that's a good thing of him to do, is to text you.
I still think it's a shitty thing of him to do overall.
Sure.
But like,
sure. But if he said, hey, we really have something here, and you're saying they're both social anxiety people, fuck, who knows, man? Maybe they were actually, that's how it happens. I dated this guy, and then his friend was actually the guy. And sometimes that happens.
Yeah,
right?
Totally. And maybe that's it. But I'm just hung up. So I'm the one with the issues here.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
I'm
You gotta
the one.
Go bang some go slash some gash in LA and you'll be fine. Trust me, you'll be fine.
Exactly.
Catch a sniff, bro. The first sniff you catch, bro, you'll be fucking fine.
I just need to deal with my own issues. That's literally all this has come down to.
Yeah.
And like,
I'm sorry.
That's the man thing to do.
Carrie is like freaking out right now.
Yeah, let him go. That's the man thing to do, is for me to figure out my issues and to let them do their thing.
Yeah, exactly. Let them do their thing and don't be hung up about it and don't feel a certain type of way about it. Just let them do
and also
their
just
thing
not spend time with them, because obviously they're toxic for me. So
Exactly.
just cut that out of my life, move on, and figure out, because obviously this is causing issues for me. So I gotta just figure out what my issues are.
And once you're rooted in your own value as a man and what you offer to women, then you'll be like, well, fuck it. I know I'm the shit, bro. I'm Connor. I go on fucking arena tours. And I
mean, that's how I typically feel. But like, I think this whole thing has pushed me on some regression.
Yeah. You need a little juice, man. Go to LA, get the juice. Yeah.
I'll go get some juice.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. I love you.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you so much for doing
I love
this.
you too, man. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Oh, of course. You're the best, dude. Really appreciate it, man.
No problem.